these are shopping campaigns that are meant to be automated, that are meant to leave you very little control and just do some magic. That is my strategy number 12 series to double your e-commerce profits. So what are shopping campaigns? You have seen them on Google, on Facebook probably, and they are based on your product feed that is provided by your online shop. Product feed is essentially a file that lists all of your products with their titles and pictures, the current number of products in stock, the prices, the discounts, the weight, everything. And as I said before, retargeting can become very tedious. And of course, that advertising and platforms like Google and Facebook have managed to build very, very data-driven campaign time. This is what I want to share with you today. The philosophy is essentially like, give me your data feed and I'll handle it through machine learning. It's much more a more magic, less control strategy. Any other type of advertising in the e-commerce segment. I would say like 8 out of 10 projects that I work with that are e-commerce based can make these smart shopping campaign works out of the box. And it's not clear why they are working. It's absolutely fascinating. So I just wanted to give you 2 examples, one Google, one Facebook. This is Google's shopping campaign. You can see that somebody searched for pirate hats and now you get some neat results. You get beautiful ad for $7, this for $9.99, even with a feather one. Okay, I want to get this one for sure. And I see the prices, I see shipping fees, I see local availability, and you want that for your own products. You want to appear in the shopping feed from Google when people search for relevant keywords. And now we have 5 simple steps. And everybody who has actually set up a Google shopping feed is going to hate me for it. Because the first step is simply add your products to the so-called merchant center. The truth is there is nothing simple about this. It's a huge pain usually. Let's say you have a Shopify shop and you need to find a plugin that creates the shopping feed that is then uploaded to the Google Merchant Center. If you are lucky and are using something like Shopify that has pretty advanced plugins for that are actually working. If you're on something like a Magento or something, this is such a pain that this is one of the things absolutely worth being set up by. Then you set up your shipping, verify your website, and then you link it to your Google Ads account and you run your campaign. All the details are listed below. Then it looks like this. This is an actual report that I pulled out, and you can see here how much money has been spent. We spent some money here that generated 5,000 clicks to 500,000 impressions, a click-through rate of 0.9%, 55 cents per click, 1,823 euros spent, 295 conversions. Those were just transactions, so actual purchases. €6 cost per conversion, 5.6% actually converted through, which is huge. And we got a return of advertising spend of 7.7. Beautiful. Yeah, if you consider all of the other conversions and values, it's even 30. But let's stick with the conservative 7. That means I spent €1, 7.70. That's a pretty fun game if your margin allows it, and it definitely should. And you can see the split that the numbers are best on mobile phones, a bit worse on computers, and a bit worse on desktop. An excellent mobile conversion rate with Google shopping campaigns in this scenario. And I see those kinds of numbers 8 out of 10 projects. Don't know what to say about it. It's a bitch to set up, but then they work like magic. The other popular place to do some kind of smart shopping campaigns is Facebook product catalog, like this one here that I found in Christina's news. Here we see the product that is being sold, the wool shirt. We see a current price that is usually an indicator that this was a data feed based ad, and a shop now symbol, and this in a nice carousel model. What do you have to do there? Yeah, you again have to put the products into the product catalog. That is the same thing as the merchant center, pretty much. And you have to fix your product feed, fix it some more. What do I mean by fix it? Correct the titles, make sure the prices are correct, the pictures look like crap, you need to replace them, add decent descriptions, make sure you have your shipping prices, weight values, everything set up right, because Google and Facebook are going to throw up a list of 100 mistakes in the beginning. You have 50 products in your shop and they manage to find 100, 200 mistakes in your shopping feed. And you have to keep fixing them. Thankfully, most of the fixes that you apply to one shopping fees also helps the other shopping. Yeah, from Google, for example. And then you run your campaigns. And then you read this for real. How do they look like? What now becomes available that was not before? When we talked about remarketing campaign structure in the video part before this one, we quickly noticed if we have to set up retargeting campaigns for every single out of our 500 products in our store, we would not finish by the end of the year. Maybe not even the next one. So now Facebook provides you with a simple shortcut. You can say anybody interacted with your product on and off Facebook. That usually means they visited the profile product detail page or even put something to the shopping cart, but did not buy. To retarget them for 14 days or whatever time frame you like, up to 180 days, which would be stupid. 14 is wonderful. 30 is acceptable. This is true for all of your 500 products at once. They're going to see the exact product or product category that you chose that they visited and they forgot in their shopping cart. Yeah, they forgot to check out. Of course they want to buy a new product. And this is happening for 500 products, and this happens for 5,000 products. And you can see that there's some magic going on. You're visiting a shop, surfing around, and then now you later see the exact product that you put in your shopping did not check out. And this is where the performance comes from. You can also use this to not only show the same product, but to upsell them or cross-sell them to different product categories or accompanying products. Or once they bought this product, you show them another product that fits for them, maybe in a higher or lower price bracket. Or they didn't buy the higher price ones, then show them the lower one. This is what the Facebook product catalog does for you. Also pretty magical, not as magical as the Google Smart shopping campaigns, like maybe it's like 6 out of 10 where it works, not 8 out of 10. And then you can see in the ads numbers like these. Yeah, we spent 2,000 euros here, spent 72 cents per click, got 300 purchases at 7 euro, made 12K. This is roughly 5 points return of advertising. Again, pretty fun game to play. And that you can keep on running, and Facebook won't let you customize too much. With Google Ads, you can't even set the keywords with which people are going to see your product. Again, as I said in the beginning, more magic, less control. And mixing the campaign structure I showed you in the first part, the tofu mofo bofo structure, with a well-built retargeting plus the product catalog. Really nice combination. And I think those 3 tactics are the ones that are going to make a difference in your e-commerce store on your way to double your e-commerce profits with a very high probability. How do you go beyond this? Now I told you some traffic strategies that I would implement in pretty much any e-commerce scenario if you haven't implemented them to the max already. So what can you do now? Broaden your audience. You usually start with pretty tight audiences that have a high probability to work, and then you want to broaden those audiences and see how you can still reach your target return of advertising spend while increasing the site. It allows you to spend more money, which allows you to make more profit. Then consider going beyond your country limits. Shipping and handling has been solved internationally. If you are not shipping anything that might be considered dangerous or weird in other countries, you should consider expanding obviously to Austria and Switzerland if you start in Germany. But what about Netherlands? What about you? What about you? There are some incredible shipping deals. For example, the EcoCut windshield cutter thing, the little widget that costs like 13 euro. They had like worldwide shipping for something like 2 euro worldwide. That means why should you restrict yourself to just this country? Then we talked in another part of this series about lead generation combined with e-commerce. If you combine the traffic generation strategies like the tofu mofu bofu structure also for that lead gen strategy, that's a winner. Then you want to expand across multiple ad platforms. Do not trust all of your profits being built on one platform. I see this for the Amazon people a lot. They put all of their eggs into the Amazon basket and they will not consider that Amazon is just going to screw them after a couple of months, or another competitor is going to screw them. Yeah, I've seen that too many times to just be ignored. So make a stool with many legs. This is our Google search campaigns. We have multiple working campaigns. Those are our Instagram, Facebook ads. Multiple of them are profitable. Build solid legs. Even if they are not all on the same profitability level, you want some stability if something happens to any of your ad accounts. And then you can start with the more elaborate stuff like attribution modeling. Once you have like 5 ad channels going, the question becomes, who made the final sale? They saw the ad on Pinterest, they saw the ad on Facebook, they saw the ad on Google. Now, all of those platforms think that they have made the sale because they viewed the ad, maybe did some view attribution, and now you have 3 sales listed in your ads manager, but there's only one happening. Now you have to start thinking, how do you want to attribute those conversions across multiple touch points? This is called attribution modeling. Fun place to be. Go for that once you have really reached a ceiling by building up your tofu mofu bofu structure. All right, I think this is some nice expansion point. Got new questions landing? Yeah, I'm going to answer those in the Q&A. Until then, if you want to hear more about this stuff and what we got lined up in our last 3 strategies, we're going to upload those in 2 weeks on our YouTube channel. And you get there by going to get.pirateskits.com/YouTube and leave a sub and a like. That would be awesome. That's the last part. We talked about how ads are most fun because of the fast cashback cycle, tofu mofu bofu strategy. Talk about that a bit more in the Q&A. The retargeting simply everywhere strategy and the smart shopping campaigns. And those 2 are actually what I call cheater campaigns because they are so easy to make work. This is the one that is a hard one to make work, most worthwhile. See you in the Q&A segment.